babes, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how I did this Halloween set. First things first, I started off with my prep. I went ahead and made sure that the transition between the nail tip and my nail bed was as smooth as possible. Keep in mind, I did sand down my nails prior to starting the recording, and I also went ahead and did the right hand off camera. The next thing that you want to do is go ahead and start shaping the tips to the exact shape that you actually want. And this is actually the very first time that I did a square set, and I actually really liked how it looked. I think that my next set might be another square look. I don't know, we'll see. But I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys watch this. I'm gonna just fast forward through all of this. Alrighty guys, so here I'm pretty much finishing up all of my shaping. After I'm pretty much done, I go back and make sure that each of the shapes are exactly how I want them. After this, I go ahead and start prepping everything that I'm going to be using for the acrylic application. And I do want you guys to note something here. Every time that I use a dehydrator or a bond, I do like to do a double coat. Why? I don't know, it's just a habit of mine. But in my experience, it does prevent a lot of lifting. But as long as you have your nail beds as dry as possible, the dehydrator should just help dry out any type of natural oils that might be, resurfacing. And here I go ahead and do my bond. Also keep in mind, I did do a second coat off camera just because, I don't know, sake of time, I just decided not to show you guys. But first thing I wanted to start off with is my darker colors. You can start off with the lighter colors, but I don't know, this day I felt like doing the darker colors first, just because I know that black is kind of one of the hardest colors to control. I am a strong believer that it takes you as many beads as it's going to take you. You don't have to worry about meeting other people's expectations about using 1 bead, 3 beads, whatever it may be. But I do want you guys to note here, I do put my last bead not as close as possible to the cuticle, just close enough to where I can shift the weight of the acrylic up, and I'm like slowly massaging it up and towards my cuticle. So you want to make sure that you have that consistent control, that way you don't have any leaking or acrylic going everywhere. And here I kind of forgot where the black bead went, but and then I figured it out. Here on the thumbs, I just really liked how this looked. I don't know, it's one of those days where I'm like, I'm just gonna put this color randomly here. But anyway, so main thing that you do want to do when you're using dark colors is make sure that you're constantly cleaning your brush, just to kind of prevent your monomer from turning fully black or whatever color that you're using. So same thing here, I do want to make sure that my last ball of acrylic is as close as possible to the actual cuticle, and just again note how I'm slowly tapping that acrylic closer and closer to the cuticle. So you want to make sure that you do that, just because gravity is your best friend. So as you're pushing it up, gravity is also trying to kind of pull the acrylic down, and that definitely helps with like the smoothing process. So here, once I'm done with the thumb, I go ahead and start moving on to the lighter colors. And bruh, I like freaking dropped my acrylic. I was like, bruh, no! But it's all good because I was able to save it, and I just continued doing my thing. And I really love this color, guys. Like, once I saw it, like with my final coat, I was like, oh, wow, it looks so cute. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and finish up these 3 nails, and then I'll come back. If you guys are liking the video so far, go ahead and hit that like button. And while you're there, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And turn on those notifications so you know when my next video drops. I'm finally down to my last bead on this left hand, and oh my gosh, I just love my close-ups. Like, look at how smooth I am patting that down, and God, I just love those close-ups. It's like seeing how smooth that bead is pushed against the cuticle. It's just like, oh my gosh, nail porn, hello, you know? But you know, something that I mentioned at the very beginning of the application, it doesn't really matter how many beads it takes you to get your acrylic where it needs to be. It all takes practice, guys. Obviously, the more you practice, the better you're gonna get. But here I did note that I had some missing acrylic, so I just went ahead and went back in with a few beads, got it to where I wanted it, and I was done. And then the last thing that I like to do is I like to encapsulate each of my nails. This does kind of help when it comes down to the filing stuff. It's a lot less color that you're going to be filing out. On top of that, you can, depending on your own preference, you can use less colored product and then use the clear acrylic to build the strength of the nail, but completely up to you. That's just if you like to save product, which I do my best to. So after I am done encapsulating my thumb, I go ahead and make sure that I let it dry. After I'm done with that, I go in with my nail file and start filing away on my right and left hand. So this time I actually put my right hand in instead of my left. I think I forgot to record it, but anyway, I basically go through each of the nails and I make sure that they each look as smooth as possible because I really want to make sure that my shape is on point. And I'm just going to go ahead and go through all these nails and then I'll be back. Done with my shaping, I go ahead and dust off any excess of the dust that's left behind, and then what I do is I go in with some swipe or just some rubbing alcohol and just clean up any of the dust that's still there with the lint-free wipe, and then I start prepping for my nail art. This is literally like my favorite part. I absolutely love doing nail art, and I don't know, ever since I started doing this, each set that I've done since has had some type of nail art, and this is actually the very first time that I actually did a set that involved a picture that I found online, and I just decided to recreate it. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what I did, and I'm going to go ahead and let you guys know ahead of time. I did not do that well in staying in frame. I guess I got too into what I was doing, so I did my best to keep it in the frame as much as I possibly could. So bear with me, guys. So here I was really trying to make my sun look like it was setting, so I went ahead and added some dark orange and just kind of mixed it all in. I really wanted it to have that sunset effect, and then I went ahead and cured it for about 30 seconds. And then I started going into drawing my witch, and yeah, I actually really enjoyed this set. It was so much fun, and I'm not lying to you guys, this was actually the very first time that I have done such a complex design. And the witch wasn't even that complicated, but I was really proud of myself that I didn't completely take off everything that I had already done, because I have a really bad habit of drawing something and then wiping it off, and then drawing something and then wiping it off, and then I don't get it till like the 4th try. So this is actually a one-stop shop kind of thing. I didn't start over. That's why I'm super proud of everything, and I didn't even cure it at all, guys. I literally just went in and just started drawing, and then once I was done with the drawing, I cured it. So I was just really proud that I didn't, like, you know, mess it all up. So yeah, guys, I completely got out of frame here, so I didn't have any video footage to salvage, and this was literally my face. I was like, are you freaking kidding me, bro? Like, what the hell? But eventually I started getting back in frame, so I'm sorry that I didn't get that in this video. But if you guys want me to like re-record doing this design a little bit in better frame, let me know in the comments below. I'm more than happy to do that. And I'm gonna go ahead and finish up this witch and then come back on. was just adding the finishing touches to my witch, and then I was so into what I was doing that I didn't realize my freaking phone died, so I didn't get any of the rest of the nail art. But not to worry, I went ahead and showed what it looked like before I put the finishing touches to it. When I was doing the final coat, I decided to not finish off my index finger because I wanted to add more color to it, to kind of bring and tie everything together. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys that. Alrighty guys, so here I am finally getting into the last bit of the nail art, and of course I'm using my non-dominant hand in order to draw a spider web and a spider. So I made sure to choose a very non-complex design to do with my non-dominant hand, just because I definitely didn't want to overdo it or like you know, shake all over the place, because you know, as you guys know, when you're doing something with your non-dominant hand, it's definitely not as stable as you want it to be. So the trick with this that I have found is to make sure that you find some type of stability when you're doing the nail art. So here I'm obviously using my table to kind of push my dominant hand down so I'm not moving a lot. Then I'm also pushing against the edge of my table with my non-dominant hand to kind of stabilize my movements, and I'm just kind of flowing as I'm going, if that makes sense. But you know, here I feel like it's making it seem like it wasn't that hard, but it really is. It's very challenging, just like anything that you do with your non-dominant hand. It is going to challenge you a bit, but once you find the neats and tricks there, like, it's not that hard. Like I said, this is a very non-complex drawing, so it wasn't too much concern whenever I was going through my lines, because at the end of the day with Halloween, I feel like you can be as messy as you want and it just kind of looks like it's done on purpose. So that's kind of what I wanted to do with this design. I wanted to make sure that it didn't look too neat, but at the same time I wanted to make sure it looks neat just because I am a perfectionist. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and finish off this web, and then I'm gonna move into my spider. So here I really wanted to show you guys what it looked like doing nail art with my non-dominant hand in real time. I didn't speed this up at all or slow it down. This is literally how it looked like when I was doing the spider, and it definitely was a bit challenging. Trying to do the spider, I feel like eventually I kind of overdid it and it looked kind of more like a beetle than it did a spider, but I'm honestly not too mad at it. I really enjoyed doing this bit of art, and I'm just learning every single time that I do it, so I feel like next time I'll have a better idea of when to stop so I don't overdo it. But I'm not mad at it. I really like this design and I thought it came out really good. And this is the best thing about Halloween. Again, like I mentioned before, you can do crazy nail art and just do random lines, just like I'm gonna do right now on this pinky and the thumb, and it looks so cohesive. Like, it looks so good, and I just really enjoyed this set. So after I was done with the nail art, I went ahead and moved in into the final coats, I did decide to go with a shiny top coat for the thumb and the pinky, and then I also decided to go with a matte finish on the spider and the web. At the time, I thought it would look really cute, and I still think it came out really well, though it wouldn't have looked bad if I would have just left it shiny. But you know, you live and you learn. Either way, I really liked the set. I thought it came out really cute. And then what I did, after I cured it, I went ahead and started to go over the web with some diamonds to kind of give it a little bit more bling, and I felt like it came out super freaking cute. We have finally come to the moment you guys have been waiting for. This is the final look, and I absolutely love how this set came out. If you guys like this video, please make sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below, and thanks for watching.